I've been crying on and off for a little bit now, and I want to be a mom so bad. Like, I want to be pregnant so bad and grow a human, and I just want to take care of. I just want to be a mom so bad. And I just wish I could be one right now.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll take a look at several modern women who decided to wait until their 30s to look for a partner. And now they're waiting for that beta provider to come along, give them the ring, and offer financial security. If you enjoy this content, leave a like and subscribe. We're on our way to 150,000 subscribers, and with your support, we're going to crush that goal. Share your experience or opinion on these cases in the comments. And without further introduction, let's get started.
I'm 31 and I've chosen to remain single at the moment, and my dad questioned me the other day. He said, "Don't you think that the older that you're getting a little too picky?" I paused. That was a valid question, and so I answered thoughtfully. I have standards, and they're not high standards. I wouldn't even call them that. They're just my standards. I don't think I'm asking for something from a man that I can't give myself. I've spent years in therapy trying to become a better person, journaling, reading books, listening to podcasts, and I expect the same of my partner, someone that is emotionally intelligent and self-aware enough to do work on themselves. I'm not asking for something I'm not giving. I have taken so many years to get an education, to build a career for myself, and I am at a disadvantage in comparison to a man. I am more of a minority than a man is. So if you start off with the upper hand, to me, there should be no excuse as to why you can at least meet me where I am financially. I don't think I'm asking for something I'm not willing to give. There are so many things I can go on and on about. I don't think I'm picky. I think at the age of 31, I have gone through my trials and tribulations enough to know myself, to be confident in who I am, what I bring into someone else's life. And I just want them to be able to meet me where I am, if not better, because that way they inspire me to be better. And I don't expect a flawless person because I am not a flawless person. And that makes me happy. It's not like a defect of mine.
This is the woman waiting for the winner at the finish line, the one looking for the beta provider, the man who can give her the ring and financial security. Just hearing her say, "I want a man who matches my financial situation," makes it clear she's not looking for love, respect, or a good father for her children. She's looking for a wallet. She doesn't say, "I want someone to take care of me." She says, "I want someone who earns as much as I do, or more." And now, at 31 years old, we know she's at the wall. Time doesn't stop, but instead of building with a man, she keeps waiting for the one who already has it all. But that man isn't looking for a woman with demands and conditions. He's looking for someone younger, someone more willing to grow with him, not to judge him. That's why many keep waiting. And the wall doesn't forgive.
So I am officially 39 and single with no kids. This lighting, where I am is making me look so dark. I'm not actually this dark, but I feel really good in the sense of like, I have just decided to surrender. I went on a run yesterday and I was just thinking about God, and I was like, God knows the desires of my heart. And I feel like for the last few years, I've been really intentional about going on dates and meeting new people and feeling like if I'm not doing these things, then XYZ is not come. And I do think that there is like some truth to that. Like, you do need to put yourself out there and you do need to be willing, but it started to come from a place of like performance, in the sense of like, I have to be doing these things or I will not get what I want. And it started to just feel inauthentic to me. And I'm still going to put myself out there, but I just don't want to stress about any of this anymore. I just don't. It's not worth my time. And there's been things in life, whether it's a relationship or money issues or just living situations. And I think we've all been through those situations where we think, oh my God, this is the worst. I'm so stressed, and you're losing sleep about it. And then a few years down the road, you're like, why was I ever stressed about that? Everything works out in its time. And I just have to live from that perspective of God knows the desires of my heart. At the end of the day, I'm a good person. I'm bettering myself. I'm going back to school and I'm doing these things to try to improve my life. And what happens is going to happen, but I can't live my life feeling stressed that I'm not going to hit these particular landmarks. And it feels like a good place to be for me right now.
Ma'am, I'm not saying you won't find a partner, because for a woman, it's always easier to get a man than it is for a man to get a woman. But you should have been active since 25, because at 39, you've already entered panic mode. The chances of starting a family are minimal, almost non-existent. Biological time doesn't wait, and now you're living off faith and hope that God knows the desires of your heart, as if that alone could make up for what you didn't do before. A woman at this age is less flexible when it comes to building a family. She's not going to give up her job or her comfort to follow a man's path. Women who wait until 39 to start looking do it with the mindset, either I find a man with money who fits into my life, or nothing. They're no longer looking for love, they're looking for convenience. And since they won't support an average man, they only open up if he can take care of everything. That's why, the more time goes by, the harder it gets for them. Because the wall, brother, the wall doesn't forgive.
Women.
Watch how crazy perspective is. So, I'm 30 years old. I'm single. I live at home. I just spent the last year like running around trying to figure out stuff, and I'm back at home. My job is hard. All my friends are getting married and engaged, and I'm not. Life just every day feels the same somehow, sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Or I am 30 years old, you guys, and I live at home because I just spent the last year traveling around and doing whatever I wanted, meeting so many people, having so much flexibility, and now I get to live at home and try and save to buy my own place and spend this quality time with my family that I'll never have again. And I haven't met my person yet, which is so cool because I still get to fall in love for the first time with someone new, and I will just love this person and they'll be so great for me because I've just chose not to settle, and that's so exciting. And my job is hard, but it's rewarding, and I'm so lucky to have like a remote job that's flexible and work with amazing people, and I believe in what we're doing. And I just go to beautiful walks every day because I have a healthy body, and I have an amazing community where I live that I'm working really hard to build. And that's pretty cool, don't you think? Love you guys. Bye.
Stop it. Get some help.
And here we have the woman who spent all her youth traveling, partying, meeting people, and doing whatever she wanted. And now, with 30 years behind her, back home, she says she's ready to settle down, that she wants to find someone special and start a new chapter. Of course, now that the best chapter has already passed, now she wants to talk about true love and commitment. But we already know how this goes. Once the best years are gone, once her market value starts to drop, that's when she wants true love. That's when she's suddenly ready to build. But the guy she ignored at 22 isn't going to be waiting around at 32. Because while she was out traveling and experimenting, he was working, growing, and now he has options. And those options don't usually look back. So, there's no beta provider waiting for you.
I don't know why, but it's always so hard for people to believe me when I tell them that I'm actually single. Like, no boyfriend, I'm not dating, I don't have a roster, ain't nobody. Like, it's just me. And I know usually when people say that, like, oh, I'm single, it's always somebody in the background, in the dust, a sneaky link or something. I am single, truly single. I'm not dating anybody, ain't nobody. I ain't spend the block. I ain't like, I am the true definition of a single person. I am single, 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 single. Cause my coworker, I told her, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be here Friday. Most likely. She was like, oh, okay. Valentine's Day. Okay. What you doing? I was like, girl, I'm going to the parade. Ain't nobody thinking about, what? You think I'm taking off work? Cause I got a Valentine?
Hey, bro. What? Oh, my God.
In short, she's more alone than the sun at noon on a cloudless day. And I'm not surprised. Modern feminism ruined the game for everyone. Today, men are less interested in finding a partner than ever before. They've stepped away from the dating market for self-protection, out of fear of losing more than they gain. And when a woman like this says, "I'm single 6 times," it's not because she's overflowing with peace. It's because she's lacking real companionship. Many of these women have unrealistic standards that most men can't, or won't, meet. Relationships have become transactional. Marriage is no longer seen as a viable option, and even living together is risky. If one wrong move can cost you 50% of everything you've built, who's going to take that risk? That's why the statistics saying 45% of women under 35 will be single by 2030 is no longer just a theory. It's the trend. The numbers keep growing, and the wall, brothers, the wall doesn't forgive.
I think I'm destined to be single forever. I have basically given up at this point and just made like a simple, comfortable life for myself where I hang out with my dog. So let me explain a little bit more so you understand. I have a lot of serious health issues and I get sick very often and have to be hospitalized very often. And going back through all my relationships, the thing that broke us and the reason that people didn't stay with me or it didn't work out was because of my health and because they didn't want that burden. And in today's society, everybody is really ableist, and we look down and put less value on people that aren't contributing as much to the world. And trust me, that takes a huge toll on me emotionally to feel like I'm not giving enough back to society. But I don't want to feel abandoned again. I don't want to feel like my disease defines me. I don't want to feel like I'm opening myself up and I'm caring about somebody and then they're rejecting me for something that's outside of my control. So I just stopped trying. And I don't know if I should just give up or if there's someone out there that could be a ride or die and hang in there with me. It's just so hard to meet people, you know?
This woman already has many medical issues. We won't say anything about her, other than that I hope she manages to recover. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about the 39-year-old woman who already gave up? Why does the modern woman today wait until her 30s to start thinking about having a family? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.